Last week, the entire world witnessed the final release by the Beatles. The audio trended on YouTube, the short film and the music video trended on YouTube, and there's a lot of hype around the song. But why? Did you ever think that you'd see the Beatles release their last song together? Well, they did, and it's the moment worth exploring. But this genius band needs some brilliant marketing, and in this video I will go over the rollout of rollouts and analyze the timeline of the release. I will also compare the streaming data of another legendary band, the Rolling Stones, who released a few weeks prior. It's a showdown of the titans and you won't want to miss it. But before we begin, make sure to hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Let's start. The Beatles is my favorite band of all time, and I got into music because of them. First times I heard about this band, it just changed my life completely. I got into the music, I wanted to play guitar, I wanted to be like John and tour the world, and that's what pretty much brought me to where I'm at right now. It's the Beatles, so I owe it all to them. The Beatles is probably one of the most influential bands of all time, right? But their audiences tend to lean older at this point. So how do you actually make their music relevant and reach a younger audience? You use technology, and it's exactly what was done here. So let's check it out. Let's start with the backstory of Now and Then. Sometimes in the 80s, John's wife Yoko found a tape of John Lennon singing the song on the piano, but it was a demo. In the 90s, where the three remaining Beatles were working on recordings for their anthology record, they tried to salvage Now and Then. At the time, Lennon's vocals were too awash in the sound of the piano he was playing, and the technology to extract it did not exist. George Harrison died in 2001, and it seemed like the song might disappear forever. Then, in 2022, as Peter Jackson was working on Get Back, a documentary created from 1969 footage of the band making the album concert film that would become Let It Be, he had his team develop AI technology that allowed him to separate out all of the various instruments and voices in the recordings. Get Back movie rehearsals was released by Disney Plus on November 25, 2021, and there was a lot of mention of AI technology already. But let's look back even further. Paul McCartney already used AI technology on his album McCartney 3 Imagine. McCartney 3 came out in 2020. There was some hype around it, but nothing went viral or dominated the tabloids. And there was no AI used, until there was another very clever rollout that happened on April 16 of 2021, when McCartney 3 Imagine was released. What was done here is brilliant as well. All the songs from the original album were rearranged and re-recorded featuring different artists. The album featured Anderson .Paak, Blood Orange, Beck, Dominic Fike, and many other great artists. I was actually blessed and fortunate to be a part of the promotion of two videos from the Imagined album, Kiss of Venus and Find My Way. And this is one of the best and most memorable experiences of my life. Growing up with the Beatles, listening to them as a kid, and then 20 years later I'm a part of the promotion for McCartney 3. Still gives me goosebumps to this day. Find My Way, that's where the AI technology was used to create a young Paul. If you haven't seen this video yet, go check it out, it's very well done. So what actually created so much hype around the song besides being the Beatles' last record? It's AI technology that was used. In 2022, ChatGPT was released to the public, and the wave of AI took over. It's a very hot topic right now. So, if you think about it, the band from the 60s releasing the song, okay cool, fans will listen and pay attention, and maybe some people around them will as well. But AI makes people curious. This way, they are able to reach tech nerds, kids, and every possible outlet that is covering AI or anything related to it. It expands the audience reach significantly and opens up brand new people who might not be familiar with the Beatles altogether. People will get curious to check out the song even if they're not interested in the Beatles at all, and will read about it even if they don't pay attention to the music scene. Another interesting thing that is Yoko Ono turned 90 this year, and is about to release her autobiography book. But the Beatles fans never really liked her, and often blame her for breaking up the Beatles. Her finding and giving the tape to the remaining Beatles have put her in a positive light as well, so it also feels like the right conclusion between all of them, and a win-win for everyone. Now and Then audio came out on November 2nd of 2023. So why November? I think there is a play here as well. John Lennon was killed outside of the Dakota building on December 8th of 1980. So releasing the song about a month prior gives the record 30 days to stream before receiving another pickup from the press. The record featuring John as the main singer, and the whole song revolves around John Lennon. There's a cool story around it. Also, Lennon's and McCartney's Christmas songs are always played on the radio, and the Christmas music season is about to start in a few weeks. In my opinion, this is a brilliant strategy for releasing songs and keeping a lot of hype around the project, keeping it relevant. So you all know I'm the data nerd, right? There was another release that happened. The Rolling Stones, one band that was the biggest competitor to the Beatles, released their single Angry on September 6th. So the Stones released the album on October 20th, and the Beatles announced their song release on October 26th, a week later. Is it a coincidence? I don't think so. I think that's the final from the Beatles to the Rolling Stones, which is done in a very subtle and clever way. So now let's actually find out the biggest question: who actually streamed more? I tracked streaming data across songs, and of course I wanted to see what the data would look like for the Stones, and now the Beatles. So let's start with the Rolling Stones. The single Angry came out on September 6th of 2023. On the first day, it streamed around 450,000 streams on Spotify, followed by 750,000 on day 2 and approximately 540,000 streams on day 3. At the time of me filming this video, it's sitting at around 15 million streams in 2 months since the release. Not bad at all. And now, the Beatles. Day 1 was around 2.1 million streams on Spotify alone. And day 2, 3.6 million. And day 3, 2.5 million, which is crazy. This streaming data is very similar to the biggest artist on the market right now, and the numbers are huge. And half of the band not even around anymore. That's crazy. So in my opinion, Beatles outdid the Rolling Stones by far. Are you the Rolling Stones or the Beatles fans? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know which song you like better, Angry or Now and Then. And this is our video for today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and thank you so much for staying for the whole video. Stay inspired and God bless.